Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Talk It Out, a podcast brought to you by International Center of Excellence, ICE, Pakistan. I'm your host, Hina Kanwal. I'm heading the HR department at ICE, Pakistan. Today, we are going to dive into a topic that is shaping the future, tech industry and the required employability skills. And for that, we needed a tech enthusiastic. For that, we are thrilled to welcome Mr. Zeeshan Khalid, who is a founder and CEO of United Souls. He has not only built a successful tech venture, but he has been an instrumental in bridging the gap in local tech ecosystem. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam.
Welcome to our podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Sir, I would like to know about your journey. How did you start United Soul?
Well, it's been a while, and it wasn't an easy ride. Started off with like everybody does. You know, you do your bachelor's, you find a job. Your first job, you try to stick around for a few years. I did that. I think I was at my first company for about 4.5 years. And then I moved back to Pakistan. And then when I moved back to Pakistan, I worked at a multinational company for about a year. And after that, it seemed that it was just something from inside calling that I needed to do something more. I wasn't satisfied at work. It was as if I wasn't giving enough. I wanted to do more. So, and I come from a family which is all into business. My father, my uncles, and everybody, they were all entrepreneurs from their own eras. So I decided to just give in my resignation and start a company, thinking that I'm just going to cater to the local industry here in Pakistan, to the local industry and actually in Islamabad. So I started off with providing services, providing just software to the local industries here. That's where it started off, and there hasn't been any turning back since then. And it's been a very long, exciting. What would I call it? A long, exciting path, I would say. And I'm here after 20 years. We're 150 plus employee, targeting the Saudi, UAE, US, European market. And alhamdulillah, I wouldn't have done it any other way, actually.
That's good to know. So I'm more interested to know, as you said, that you are now the company of 150 employees. So पहली hiring कितने लोगों की थी?
Okay. So I was a developer myself.
Okay, that's great.
So I started out developing myself. I remember going to Blue Area, buying about 3 CPUs, monitors, setting them up in a room, and just started looking for. I was an Oracle developer. I used to implement Oracle ERPs. So my first thing was, okay, I'm going to develop an Oracle. So I started looking for Oracle developers. Hired one, hired two, and we were 3 in total for about 3-4 months.
So 3 to 150 is the inspiration for everybody who is looking forward to start a startup, right? Yeah, that's very good to know. So, sir, जैसे जैसे इंडस्ट्री इवॉल्व कर रही है, सुबह उठते हैं तो जीपीटी होती है, रात को सोते हैं तो डीप सीक होता है, खाना खाने लगते हैं तो कोई ना आ जाता है. So how do you see the evolving future of tech industry?
It's ever changing, and it's going to change very rapidly, even more rapidly than it is right now. And if you're not on board, you're going to be left behind. So if there was OpenAI, there's ChatGPT, there's DeepSeek, there's going to be another thing tomorrow. There's going to be another thing after a month. So you got to get on board, get your skills updated on very rapidly. So because employers are looking for resources who know what's in demand right there and then, and they will pay top dollar to resources who've acquired those skills in time, not a year later, not months later, right there and then. And yeah, so it's things are changing at the blink of an eye. So you have to be on board.
So AI and automation are the buzzwords. How do you see they are evolving in the traditional roles?
Traditional roles, how they're transforming the traditional roles. Well, I would say they're making those mundane tasks. Companies are using those repetitive tasks and getting those automated through AI. And companies are not going to need, if not yet in Pakistan, very soon, they're not going to need resources who are juniors or not very skillful, because they're going to use AI for all those repetitive tasks that do not need creative thinking. AI is going to do all that. So the focus should be to get yourself upgraded or get yourself at a level where you're thinking creatively and you're doing innovations or things that AI cannot do yet. So that's where you need to be. And companies are moving forward with like we're using chatbots, we're using AI to do a lot of repetitive tasks rather than employing 2-3 resources. We're just using AI for that. So yeah.
So adapting new challenges without hurdle. How can you see that Pakistani companies are adopting that? And what are the gaps in Pakistani industries in adapting those features?
Well, I think even though Pakistan has a big youth population, but there's still a huge gap of those youths having the skills or having the resource. The fresh grads still do not have the skill set that is required or that will be required in the next couple of years. Skill sets like not a lot of resources are still well versed in how to use different models on blockchain, on even cybersecurity. There's a huge demand for this, even in cryptocurrency, which uses blockchain. So not a lot of candidates are able to work in these technologies. Because these are relatively new, I think universities are still at the initial stages to, even though some universities have added these courses to the curriculum, but I think we still need to give our students a lot more exposure to how to use different models, how to use blockchain, how to and even people have moved away from legacy monolithic systems to cloud, and people, we need to have our fresh grads and junior and mid-level resources get certifications in Google Cloud, Azure, Microsoft. So these things need to be added. Yeah.
So what do you think? What are the top trends in coming 5 to 10 years?
Well, AI is probably going to take the lead. We've got AI and data analytics. machine learning is going to be on top of list. We've got cloud computing. Everything is going to go on the cloud. We've got quantum computing, even though that requires a lot more investment, but yes, that's going to be it. So I think AI, data analytics, machine learning are probably going to be on top of the list.
So you think that professionals should work on?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. If first of all, if universities are not going to offer these programs or courses within their curriculum, our students are not going to know about them, and students within the universities and junior and people who are graduating, who've already graduated, if they do not learn about different machine learning algorithms, they will be left behind. If they do not study about the different AI models, big data, data analytics, they're going to have a very difficult time getting job offers locally, and extremely difficult in getting jobs internationally. So yeah.
Talking about ICE, let me tell you that we are giving 5 promises to the community. These are international qualifications, international recognized qualification, I would say, flexible pathways, mobility, flexibility, and the interest of my profession, that is employability. What do you think that tech industries and educators should come up with for reshaping the future of the students who wants to get involved in the tech industries?
Yeah, well, I think it needs to, the first step should be that I think the industry, the tech industry and the institutes need to come together and start working on a curriculum together.
That's a very good advice.
And because we know what's in demand.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying just United Soul or just 1 or 2 companies. There needs to be multiple companies from different, within the tech sector, there are multiple areas, right? So there needs to be different, multiple companies come together, multiple institutes come together. From universities that are offering or institutes that are offering tech courses, they need to come together and work on a curriculum. That this is in demand, and this is the curriculum that's needed. These are the courses that we want you guys to teach, and this is the practical programs that they need to work on, projects that they need to work on. So that needs to be the first step. I think second step, while if this happens, we need to have a very clear internship program, MOUs between universities, institutes, and companies, where students need to be placed at the companies where they can get the experience for about 3 months every year. The probability of anyone who does an internship from the start of the second year till they graduate is about 50-60% more than a person who doesn't. And it's not just about landing a job. It's also going to help them with their coursework, understanding and applying everything that they've studied practically right away. So I think these 2 are the main things that we need to look at.
As you said about the internship, why most of the tech industry, software houses are not willing to provide internships to the newly graduates? We have been facing hurdles in placing our students who are graduating from computing, and they're not getting placed in a good software house because the problem we get to hear about them is like कि हमारे लड़कों का बहुत time waste हो जाता है interns को सिखाने के लिए. तो आपके ख्याल में क्या पाकिस्तानी एम्प्लॉयर को ये समझने की ज़रूरत नहीं है कि ये ही बच्चे कल को आपका फ्यूचर है?
The thing is, anybody who's running a software company, they're doing it for making money, right? They're not doing it for social services, even though they should be giving back once they get to a certain level, right? So every company is not going to be doing this. Any company which is in the initial stages, let's say first 4 or 5 years, you're probably going to have a tough time getting through to them. So, and I think I think it's very natural because they want to advance, they want to hire resources which are going to give them results right away, rather than spending 6 months on a fresh grad before they can start producing, unless and until he's top of the.
But you see, if you have the fresh graduates as your internees, then you work on your succession plan on that.
See that I was getting at that. So every company is not going to do that, especially the
software houses,
the startups, or any company which has a target to meet, money wise or product wise. They're going to probably avoid. They might hire here and there, but they probably want a resource which already knows what they're doing. There are companies who are established. They do hire fresh grads. They do have an internship program leading to a full-time position. We've done that since, well, actually, the United School policy from the start has been we hire straight from the universities as soon as they graduate. So almost about 90% of our resources have come in as fresh hires from universities. So, but every institute, every company is not going to do that. But companies who want to give back, they will have their program. It's just, and if they don't, I think talking to those companies, educating them about it, talking to their HR might help getting through to them. Because once they're established, I think it's time to give back to the community, and this is a way to give back. Yeah.
So, जो बच्चे अपना टेक करियर स्टार्ट करना चाहते हैं, what is the one tip you would want to give them?
Oh, there are a lot.
No, one quick tip.
Mindset. I think having a positive mindset, a growth mindset, and would be at the top of the list, because if you think it here, you'll be able to achieve it.
Yeah.
So it's all about visualizing what you want, and inshallah Allah will create ways for you. So that is one thing that I would say that every kid should focus on, a growth mindset, but they have to know what they want. A lot of kids don't know what they want. So another thing I would say is mentoring. They need to look for mentors. If a person doesn't know yet what they want, graduating from universities or even middle of the career, I think finding a mentor who can guide them, it goes a long way.
Is there any daily habit or resources you would recommend कि बच्चे जो already tech industry में हैं उसको update करते रहें, upskill करते रहें?
Continuous learning is a huge thing, especially in our tech industry where things are changing very rapidly. So I would highly suggest individuals to make sure that they keep doing certifications, they keep upgrading their skills, they keep taking courses. Another thing that I would recommend is networking. You need to keep your network, grow your network, and just keep polishing your skills, because the more people you know what's going on in the market, You don't want to be just in your own cloud and really not know what's going on. So attend events, attend conferences, even if it's virtual. So all these things help.
Right. So, looking at your journey, what is the lesson that you have learned that you think that you might have learned before, लेकिन अभी देर से समझ में आई है?
I would say I mentioned this earlier. Um, having a very focused approach on things um, is one thing, and focusing on one thing and achieving it and then moving on. Having a growth mindset is, and it doesn't come naturally. Sometimes, and for some people, it does. So yeah, I think these things, and then I mentioned this earlier as well. Very later in my career, I realized that it's very important to network
Yes.
in your career, and people say, I don't know where I heard it, but I think it was one of the events. Your net worth is your network, or something like that. So so really, the more people you know,
Your network is your net worth.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not very good on quotes, but yeah. So what really that boils down to is you don't know where your next opportunity might come from. You might just be talking to someone, and they might lead you to connect with someone who might give you a huge project.
Yeah,
or-
they see a spark in you.
Yeah. So you need to connect with people, like-minded people,
Yes.
who can guide you, stir your ways, who can connect you with other people. So networking is huge. Yeah.
How can university students can do the networking with industrial, enthusiastic and industry leaders? उनके साथ बच्चे कैसे अपनी नेटवर्किंग बना सकते हैं, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान के एम्प्लॉयर्स तो बच्चों को सिर्फ बच्चा ही समझते हैं.
I think ये इतना मुश्किल काम नहीं है. Having regular events in the university and calling industry leaders to speak, and not to just speak. I think sometimes when we have events in Pakistan, it's all about getting people on the stage and let them talk for about half an hour, 45 minutes. I think that's the wrong approach. I think there should be some talk, but more time needs to be spent networking, where students can come up and talk to the CEOs or COOs and CTOs, where really pick on their brain, like, okay, this is me, I want to do this. Right there and then you're standing having a cup of coffee, and you're looking at this guy who's had an amazing journey, and you get inspired and you take a few tips, और वो बात आपके जहन में रह जाती है, and bam, you got you got another guy who's going to start a company right after they graduate. So it could be just meetings a person in your life, and you might not be thinking about starting a company, and you will after that. So
will come.
It's really a spark, and anybody in your life
Yes.
can give you that spark. To answer your question, I think universities need to have those networking sessions very regularly, calling industry leaders, and really pick those people
आपको लगता है
who will come and
कि
who
people
might
are willing to do that?
want to talk to students as well. They will not come and just talk about their company and about themselves. फूफांग नहीं करने आनी, आपने बच्चों को गाइड करना है, and you need to find these people who want to do this, who are genuine.
आपको लगता है
क्या?
कि people are willing?
Yeah, people are.
Sure, no doubt.
I'm very optimistic. I'm very optimistic about Pakistan.
No
I'm very
doubt in
optimistic about people. So, I've lived about 10 years in the US, and I still think, and I came back after my bachelor's and everything, but I still think Pakistan has a lot of potential, and there are a lot of people who want to give back. But you got to keep in mind the tech industries. In the tech industry, a lot of people are introverts. We don't like. We're not marketers and everything. We like to keep in our own bubble. You might have to go find them and pull them out. Like this is the first podcast I'm ever doing, and I've been in this industry for about 20 years. So so you have to find them and pull them out. Come and talk. And we'll do that.
Inshallah, we'll bother you again for more podcast. So I think it has been a very formal podcast. Let's jump into the rapid fire round because कुछ बातें हैं जो जल्दी जल्दी आपने 5 सेकंड में मुझे उसका रिप्लाई करना है. I'll just ask 5 to 6 questions, not a lot, but that would be related to your profession. You'll have a 5 seconds to
And
reply
what
to
happens if I
those
don't?
questions.
What happens
Yes?
if I don't reply in 5 seconds?
It's okay. You can take 10 seconds to reply. It's okay. So, sir, favorite tech innovation?
Innovation. I would have to give it to ChatGPT, yeah.
GPT. Biggest challenge in tech industry?
Finding resources. Finding
Find?
resources.
Resources. So you're having challenges in finding resources, and you're not giving chances to the new
do.
students.
Like I
This
said,
is like
we hire even today. Well, my HR has emailed me that okay, we need to hire this resource as a fresh graduate. So the thing is, resources who know what they're doing. This is the biggest challenge. We do maybe 50 interviews before we hire. So just imagine how many interviews we have to do before we find the right resource. So that tells you that our academia needs to do a better job.
so. I know we are in the middle of the rapid fire round, but your answer reminds me of questions. What is more important,
Skills.
degree or the skill? Skill in the tech
I've
industry.
hired
right?
resources and who've still with me for the last 15 years who don't have a bachelor's degree, who don't even have a bachelor's degree. I hired them for their skills, for what they knew at that time, the tools that they were, for the creativity they had. I hired them right away.
So that means we should provide practical approaches to the students more than the
Companies like
books and all,
ours,
right?
we want skills. We want a person to come in and just jump in and start working. We don't care about a degree, honestly.
I think it's the evolving future of all the industries, I guess. And then Elon Musk has put a stamp on that because have you read? You might have seen his ad that he was looking forward for an engineer, software engineer, and he said, "We don't need your degree.
I haven't seen
If
that.
you have the
Yeah,
skill,
yeah.
DM."
Yeah.
So,
I agree with
so
that.
Elon Musk has put the
100%,
stamp on that.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So one must-read book.
The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by, I think, Joseph Murphy. It's one of my favorites. It is my favorite, all-time favorite. Anybody who wants to really, I know this is the rapid round, but anybody who wants to achieve something in life, just read that. It's about visualizing. It's about you're training your subconscious mind to achieve what you want. So a lot of things that I've achieved in my life was one of my mentors, very senior person, introduced me to this concept, and I started reading about it. And this book is amazing. Yeah, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind.
Yeah, that would be good to know for the students. So, top productivity hack.
Productivity hack. Don't procrastinate.
Okay. So, what is the one tool or app you cannot run your day without? Gmail. that is a tool. Okay, that's an app.
It's an app. It's on my phone.
Yeah.
So I'm on the go, and I need that app all the time because.
I thought you'll see
No.
DeepSeek
Well,
or AI.
It's Gmail has incorporated a lot of AIs
Yeah.
into it,
Yeah.
so that takes care of everything. My email is till now, and I need to get someone to do that for. But still, it's my Gmail app. Yeah.
So one word to describe tech industry.
Disruptive.
Disruptive. Yeah. Everything is
Yeah,
getting
it
disruptive
is.
now.
It is, and it will keep getting disrupted. Yeah.
So that's all about it. Thank you so much, Zeeshan Saab, for coming to our podcast and sharing your journey and your insight and your advices for our students. For the meanwhile, until next time, keep learning, keep innovating, and remember, every conversation is a step forward towards the excellence. Thank you, and Allah Hafiz.